Aurelius wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." This awareness turns mundane routines into meaningful action. Every decision gains weight. Every day becomes an opportunity to craft a legacy. Self-mastery before interference. The disease of men is tending to others' fields while neglecting their own. To attempt control over another's life without first mastering your own is futile. Discipline, self-reflection, and personal responsibility are the foundations of all influence.
Sorry?
Before seeking revenge, understand the cost. Dig 2 graves. Hatred is not a weapon, it is a cage.
No, babe, I didn't
The truly
go.
powerful forgive, adapt, and act strategically rather than impulsively.
I just have some
Revenge is a
work,
trap,
but
patience
I'm
is
finishing
freedom.
now, but I want to go
Lessons in defeat. Victory teaches little, defeat teaches everything. Loss humbles, failure educates, and suffering strengthens. Alexander the Great failed in many campaigns before becoming unstoppable.
I'm coming.
Thomas Edison endured thousands of failed experiments before perfecting the light bulb. Every setback is a teacher. Every mistake is a mentor. Those who embrace failure as part of growth transform defeat into wisdom. The power of presence. Depression clings to the past, anxiety lingers in the future. Peace is found only in the present. Mindfulness is not a modern luxury, it is an ancient necessity. When you are fully present, you see opportunity. You act with clarity. You respond to life instead of reacting to illusions. Practice grounding yourself, notice your surroundings, your breathing, your thoughts. Anchor yourself in the now, and life flows rather than overwhelms. Small steps, great journeys. Every long journey begins with one step. The man who dreams of conquering mountains must first walk the path beneath his feet. The empire builder starts with a single action. The philosopher begins with a single thought. Even the tallest skyscraper began with laying one brick. Greatness is a process of accumulation, not sudden arrival. Consistent, deliberate action turns distant dreams into tangible reality. Authenticity and inner happiness live to convince others we are happy. Yet happiness born of performance is fragile. True contentment comes, and spiritual health unlock a life rich in options and resilience. Contentment is not passivity. It is awareness of sufficiency combined with aspiration for growth. The wise pursue mastery over themselves before pursuing mastery over the world. The thought-action continuum. Clear your mind, and your actions will follow. Thoughts are seeds, deeds are fruits. Negative thoughts produce negative consequences. Positive, disciplined, and strategic thinking leads to extraordinary outcomes. The man who believes in his own ability shapes reality. The man who doubts himself builds obstacles. Mindset is destiny. The power of belief and learning. The man who says, "I can," and the man who says, "I cannot," are both correct. Belief is the invisible force behind every accomplishment. Confidence empowers action, doubt erodes effort before it even begins. Learning is not a passive act, it is a lifelong responsibility. Learn as if your knowledge is slipping away with every second, and act as if missing it could cost you your future. Learning is the most important part of the work. Knowledge without action is like planting seeds without tending them, they never grow. Self-reflection must precede judgment. Do not criticize your neighbor's roof while ignoring the state of your own door. True mastery begins at home, in your mind, your habits, and your character. Hatred, forgiveness, and emotional mastery. Hatred is defeat disguised as emotion. To hold on to anger is to surrender your own power. Forgiveness is not weakness. It allows you to reclaim energy wasted on resentment and redirect it toward growth and achievement. Distrust can be prudent, but an excessive lack of faith in friends often harms you more than betrayal ever could. Life is a careful balance of openness and discernment. The wise protect their hearts without closing them completely. Strategy, subtlety, and appear weak when you are strong, appear strong when you are weak. Subtlety, misdirection, and strategic mystery often achieve more than force ever could. Perception, timing, and influence. A man who flatters is an enemy cloaked in kindness. A man who exposes faults, yours and his own, is a true mentor. Growth thrives challenge and honest feedback. To see the right path and fail to act is cowardice. Knowledge alone is insufficient, action transforms wisdom into power. Transformation and focus. Every ending carries the seed of a beginning. What seems like a catastrophe to one may be a metamorphosis to another. The caterpillar believes its life is ending, but the butterfly is only beginning. Attempting to travel two roads at once guarantees failure. Focus is the currency of success. Concentrate your energy, attention, and resources, and mastery will follow. Contentment and leadership. The satisfied man is rich, regardless of wealth. Desire less, appreciate more, and measure your life by fulfillment rather than accumulation. The noble person uses things, the lesser man is used by them. Tools, wealth, and status must serve your purpose, never let them enslave you. Leadership is born of example, not coercion. A leader demonstrates integrity, discipline, and courage. Those who follow naturally rise to match his example. Time, strength, and human nature. Even the sharpest sword rusts in salt water. Strength, like virtue, requires maintenance. Neglect and passivity erode greatness over time. Human nature is flawed. Goodness is not innate, it is the product of conscious effort, discipline, and moral awareness. Within chaos lies opportunity, but only those with vision and courage can seize it. When anger rises, pause. Measure consequences. The truly powerful forethought. Knowledge of your enemy and yourself is critical, to anticipate is to dominate. Challenge, growth, and environment. If you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Growth requires challenge. Surround yourself with those who inspire, provoke, and elevate you. Opportunities multiply when seized. Inaction diminishes them. Fortune favors the decisive, courageous. Let go of attachment. Release rigid identity and old limitations. In doing so, you discover new potential, new paths, and hidden strengths. Persistence, patience, and subtlety. Great accomplishments begin with small, deliberate steps. Mountains are moved stone by stone. Victory is measured not only in force but in strategy, patience, and timing. Be subtle, formless, and soundless when necessary. Influence outcomes invisibly. Life rewards mastery disguised as humility, patience, and quiet diligence. Truth is rarely convenient, rarely honest. Speak truth with courage, even when it is uncomfortable. Excellence lies not in battling constantly, but in winning effortlessly through preparation, awareness, and subtlety. Happiness, authenticity, and self-sufficiency. Seek inner contentment before external approval. Those who live for praise are slaves to others' opinions. True freedom comes from aligning your inner world with your outer actions. Nature achieves everything without haste. Patience and temperance outperform. Treat others as you wish to be treated. Respect and empathy are universal forces that bind society and shape legacy. Falling is inevitable, rising after every fall defines greatness. Resilience, not mere strength, determines who prevails in life. Love, connection, and legacy. Love is power. Being deeply loved gives strength, loving deeply gives courage. Endings often conceal beginnings. Painful losses may disguise opportunities for growth, transformation, and reinvention. Circumstance, it is alignment, understanding, connection, and purposeful action. Respect yourself, and the world will follow. Temperance, fearlessness, and discipline form the foundation of lasting achievement. Legacy lies not in conquest but in influence. Those who uplift, mentor, and guide leave permanent marks on the world. Wealth and power fade, wisdom and the continuum of thought, words, and actions. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. What you consistently think shapes your words shape your actions build habits, your habits define character, your character ultimately determines your life's trajectory. Consider this carefully, a mind clouded with negativity will produce negative deeds. A disciplined, focused, and purposeful mind will generate actions aligned with growth, success, and virtue. This is why self-mastery begins in the unseen realm of thought. Guard your mind, and the world outside will bend to your will. The strength of small forces. Great results are rarely born from massive, frantic effort. Often, small, consistent forces applied strategically yield extraordinary outcomes. A drop of water can carve stone over time, a daily disciplined action compounds into achievement that seems impossible in the moment. Patience, persistence, and precision amplify influence. The wise understand that subtlety and consistency surpass brute force. Master the small, and the great becomes inevitable. Moderation, innocence, and reflection. Extremes destroy balance, wisdom lies in moderation. Greatness is measured not only in accomplishments but in the ability to maintain a childlike heart, to retain curiosity, openness, and wonder. Advice should be sought humbly, received cautiously, and applied judiciously. Many seek wisdom in torrents but apply it in dribbles. Drop by drop, practice by practice, reflection shapes the mind capable of discernment and foresight. The value of deliberation and silence. Ponder before action. Rashness often leads to so much yet speak little are difficult to manage because they act with calculation. Knowledge unexpressed is not wasted, it is a tool awaiting the right moment. If your words are not better than silence, remain silent. Wisdom often speaks in absence, and the greatest victories require no announcement. Learn when to act, when to speak, and when to wait. Excellence without conflict. Ultimate excellence is not in winning every battle, but in prevailing without fighting. Sun Tzu's words resonate, the clever fighter wins without struggle, the wise general prevails without battle. Force is only a tool, strategy, foresight, and preparation achieve outcomes with minimal loss. To master conflict is to transform chaos into opportunity. Patience, nature, and moral conduct. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Time and rhythm govern all processes, from the growth of mountains to the blooming of flowers. Human impatience disrupts progress, discipline aligns with natural laws. Act toward others as you would have them act toward you. Justice, fairness, and empathy are not merely moral ideals, they are practical strategies for long-term harmony and influence. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but they grind fine. Life balances itself, patience ensures that the just prevail over time. The wisdom of reflection. Study the past to define the future. Ignorance of history leads to repeated mistakes. Strategic foresight. Life's patterns repeat, and those who recognize them gain control over outcomes. It is easy to love friends, it is difficult but essential to learn to love or at least understand enemies. Empathy toward opposition sharpens insight and strengthens strategy. Knowledge without application is the key that transforms treasure into utility. Overcoming bad habits and desire. Bad habits are defeated not tomorrow, but today. Immediate action is essential. Delay reinforces weak momentum. Control desire. Excessive craving leads to distraction, frustration, and error. Satisfaction is not resignation, it is clarity. A focused, disciplined mind conquers impulses, aligning energy toward meaningful goals. Silence, knowledge, and trust. He who knows does not boast, he who speaks incessantly often lacks true understanding. Quiet mastery commands influence, idle talk invites error. Trust wisely. Those with nothing to lose are unpredictable. Those with excessive pride are vulnerable to failure. Surround yourself with allies of principle, discernment, and action. Purpose, work, and legacy. Choose work you love, and it will never feel like labor. Pursue great endeavors while they are small, address challenges when they are manageable. Those who rush too quickly often fail, those who maintain consistency succeed. The man who asks questions may be foolish for a moment, but the man who fails to ask remains ignorant for a lifetime. Curiosity, diligence, and foresight shape mastery. Simplicity and the flow are inherently simple, but humans complicate it. Resistance to natural change causes suffering, acceptance and adaptability create strength. Roads exist for journeys, not destinations. Embrace the flow of existence, let things move as they must, and act with awareness. An enemy may be a friend who knows too much. Victory over others grants temporary power, victory over oneself grants lasting fearlessness. True mastery lies in internal triumph. Teaching and empowerment.